this is just a little sneak preview of what's to come.
So that was a plant that I found when I was putting our plant stock away one day.
Okay, oh, this is a beautiful view here. Pure oxygen bubbles, for those that don't know, and we call this pearling. So I'm with Arianwen Bacmeister.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
God, I got it right in one go. Arianne has kindly invited me into a beautiful home full of beautiful houseplants, and we've got a beautiful scape to show you, and also a lovely, it's a Paludarium, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love these homescape tours. I've been doing quite a few lately, and it's such an honour to be invited into people's homes and allowed to get an insight into their own hobby. You've not actually been in the hobby that long, have you,
No.
Arianne? So you are a staff member at Aquarium Gardens.
Yeah.
And you've been there, what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
And when you started there, you didn't actually know much about Aquascape?
Not at all.
Is that right? So this is a culmination, really, of your experience.
This is everything I've learned since starting.
And would you say actually working there has been really useful? Do you learn
Absolutely.
a lot whilst you're there?
Being surrounded by people who know what they're talking about, you pick things up quickly.
We actually did a homescape tour with Tom recently.
Yes.
He did really well, the video. He's got a great guy. He's really good to see, and he's such a talented scaper. As are you,
Yeah.
Arianne, I have to say. Aquarium Gardens is churning out these amazing scapers, and we've got Steve to see as well. I'm hoping Steve's going to invite me around his place. No pressure, Steve, if you're watching this. I'm sure we'll be watching this.
Oh, we will.
As a fellow staff member. That's a little bit about your background. Let's talk about the actual scape itself, shall we? Yeah. So this is a custom build that you got from Aquarium Gardens. 90 centimetres?
It's 100 centimetres.
Oh, 100, 1 metre.
Yeah. 45 by 42.
Oh wow, so for our American friends that's about just over 3 foot by about 18 inches. Holding probably about 200 litres?
180 I think it is.
180 or
roughly.
So about
the same as a 900.
About 50 gallons or so. I love this above water thing you've got going on here. What species is this, Arianne?
This is a Leucophila.
Oh, hydrocotta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also Verticulata mixed in there as well somewhere.
Oh, that's nice.
And then over here is a Gracilis.
I'm just checking out the sort of the terrestrial mosses you've got going on now. It looks really natural.
Mini Christmas moss.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's quite a rare moss, and Tom's got that. I'm guessing you're getting that from Aquarium Gardens.
I got it from our friend Jeff, but I think it was originally from Steve as well.
You've got like a little cult.
Yeah.
It's like a little aquarium plant cult.
This is Gracilis.
Oh, Gracilis, okay. This grows better in earth, doesn't it? I'm really impressed that you got it going without, needing to be misted or anything. I
do spray it with ADA or do a Wabby mist.
Yeah.
But it's doing fine.
What's the lighting? Is this a Twin Star?
This is a Twin Star 900 SA.
SA? Yeah. Oh, because it's adjustable. A is for adjustable, isn't it? Oh yeah, of course, because it's 1 metre long.
Yeah.
And this is by default 90 centimetres. So you've got the arms. How long have you got the light on for?
It's for 8 hours at 100%.
Okay, and you've got the digital controller for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Immaculately maintained. Did you maintain it recently?
Thursdays are my after work on Thursdays.
Okay, so it's Friday today, so that's perfect timing then. Glassware, beautifully clean.
Bleach, gotta do it.
Gotta do it, yeah. And we've got that acrylic stuff at the moment from Aquario.
Yeah.
But
I'm not a fan because it clouds, doesn't it?
It does. You don't get this crystal, clear
it's
finish. It is a shame. There's always a trade-off, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like anything in the hobby, I think. Yeah. But what a beautiful scape. What's the hardscape? Let's talk about that to start with. What's the wood?
So the main piece is Corbo catfish.
Oh, Corbo catfish.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a hollowed out piece, isn't it?
It's got this main branch here, main branch down there, and then it's like very bitty and hollow. That's why there's so many epiphytes in there.
Is it just the one piece then?
One piece of Corbo. This is riverwood that goes all the way down.
Oh, okay.
And then there's little bits of riverwood. I think there's 6 pieces of wood in here.
Do you have any photos of the hardscape on its own?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. Can you send me some? Yeah. And I'll overlay them now for the audience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then this piece is one piece of wood. It's Entwood.
Entwood, E-N-T.
Yeah.
That's lovely, isn't it? And did you have to pre-soak it, or did you do some other technique?
The Corbo and the Entwood are glued to a chunk of rock, which is hidden in the soil, and then everything else is glued to that, so it's all anchored down. So there was no pre-soaking. Great.
And what is the rock? Is this Frodo stone?
It's elderly.
It's funny, the last homescape tour I did with Rachel Ellis, RE Fish Tanks, and she's been in the hobby about the same amount of time as well. There's a lot of kind of lockdown scapers.
Yeah.
I've noticed. It's really great to see.
Well, you're stuck at home, you've got something to do, that's all.
Yeah.
Do up your tank.
Do you get to see any of the customers' scapes at Aquarium Gardens? Do they show you any?
They do love to show you their tanks, and it's really interesting to see what people do with the stuff they take home with them.
Yeah.
I wish more people would show us.
Yeah.
I think people get a bit shy.
You should maybe have your own hashtag. Like Aquarium Gardens customer hashtag. Create some sort of unique hashtag and people can use it. And so how long has this been running again?
This has been running since October last year, so about 3 months.
It's looking almost in its peak condition, isn't it? I think.
I planted with a lot of plants in the beginning. Must have been about £300 worth of plants in the beginning.
Oh wow! Did you get a cheeky staff discount?
Well, most of it was actually given to me.
Oh, that's
because a couple of tanks in the shop were being taken down, so I got loads of cuttings from Dave.
That is always a bonus.
Loads of cuttings from our friend Jeff.
Working at Dave's, isn't it?
And Steve gave me some cuttings.
Wow.
I think in the end I only spent about £20.
I think if I need any cuttings, I'm going to come to you, Arianwen. This is like, you've got, how many plant species have you got in
There's
here?
about 20 plus.
You're like a bit of a plant hoarder, aren't you? You've got all your house plants. Look at all these. And then but I tell you what, you're not like like some hoarders and collector, like people that collect stuff.
Yeah.
It's all a bit of a chaotic mess. You've got it all like really nicely.
I'm quite house proud.
Laid it out, and there's a definite kind of theme, That's really lovely. But yeah, so you've got 20 odd species in here, but you think there's quite a distinct kind of theme going on. You've got some beautiful textures, beautiful colours, but you've got a distinct kind of twin island thing.
Yeah.
A very nice composition, a very nice sort of aesthetic balance of sort of 2/3 to 1/3 kind of mass. And then you've got this like pathway running through here, which I think looks absolutely brilliant, really natural, with the detailing of the Frodo stone there. So when you're kind of sat, if we go over to this seat and sit down here, this is the view. This is the kind of view you see, isn't it? Can I just sit down on your seat? Is that okay?
Help yourself.
Very clean. So this is the view. It's beautiful. Yeah. So you deliberately did that composition, the triangular thing with the pathway, because you knew to be sat here?
Yes.
Is this your seat?
There, and the corner in the sofa over there.
Should we go over to that bit as well? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Like, I can actually go and sit down where the people sit and see their tanks from.
It's a bit more personal.
Yeah. I've got. Did you see the video I did with the big tank in Jersey?
Yes.
So
with Neil.
with Neil, we've become quite friendly, and we're in touch with each other frequently on WhatsApp, and he shares the updates of his tank and stuff, and it looks amazing. But that was the first time I really kind of understood the importance of designing the scape around where you sit.
Yeah.
Because he was very adamant. This is his seat. This is where he's going to be sitting, viewing the tank from. He spends a lot of time in this seat. So absolutely scape it around.
Exactly.
So I actually got him to sit in his seat and then did the hardscape and said, are you happy with this here? And it was like a to and froing thing. So yeah, when you're thinking of designing your scapes, guys that are watching, just consider where you're going to be viewing your aquascape from and design it accordingly. Because you're the one that's going to be consuming it, really. Although some people do design an aquascape for a contest, in which case you would, potentially design it for just this two-dimensional perspective, because you're designing it for a judge who's literally seeing it in 2 dimensions. So it's a different kind of ball game, really. Should we talk about some plants?
Yeah.
Arianwen, do you know the idea of all of them? Should we do a pop quiz?
I might stutter a bit, but I think I do know most of them.
I'm going to do a pop quiz because I don't know some of them.
Oh,
I'm going
really?
to start off with the ones I'm not absolutely 100% with.
Yep.
So to give you perspective, this is my finger here. So do you know what this one's called?
That should be a biblis.
Biblis? It's quite a thin leaf, isn't it? Got loads of different Anubias. Is this Cophifolia?
Yep. Okay.
Petite? Anubias petite?
Yep. It should be petite and bonsai mixed in right
And
there.
bonsai. So yeah, bonsai and petite are very similar. It's just different nurseries, isn't it? You've got Bucophandra Kedigang.
Yeah, Kedigang.
Bulbitis Houdalotii.
Yep.
which is the fern, the green plant there in the centre. And you've got some microsorums here.
Yeah, that's narrow.
Narrow. So that's this kind of needle leaf one there, for those that aren't aware of microsorum. A common name is Java fern. Very, very easy. One of the easiest plants you can get, along with Anubias, which is these ones here. Very, very easy. Very good to grow in shaded conditions, which is what Arianne's done here. So we've got the ferns kind of overhanging, the wood overhanging here, and that gives us this lovely shaded area here for the Anubias. And the good thing about Anubias, it grows well in the shade and less prone to algae, because it's so slow growing, it tends not to be able to fight off algae so well. So top tip, put it in the shade. More microsorum here, a bit more bulbitis. This is interesting, Arianne, this Anubias here. Can you tell everyone about this?
That one's the Pinto.
Okay, Anubias Pinto. And is that Denali?
Yes.
Very, very interesting.
One of my favourites.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of variegated, but you are.
I love
so we
variegated
just agree
plants.
to, it's just a taste thing. There's you can't really argue about taste. It is interesting. It does give a bit of a contrast, doesn't it, to the surrounding plants.
And it does need a lot more light.
I just think it looks a bit sick. But I'm just used to like lush green, I think, all the time. And as a gardener, any plant that goes pale, then you're used to seeing it in a kind of more vivid green state. You just kind of get at that association of it being sick, I guess.
Well, this one is doing remarkably well. I was expecting it to die back, but it just keeps getting new leaves.
Because it doesn't have it has a lot less chlorophyll, so it's not going to be able to photosynthesize as efficiently. Is it?
I did pick one with a lot of green to begin with.
Yeah.
So it does have more green than some might.
Mm-hmm.
But all the new leaves coming out nearly pure white.
So you are getting lots of new growth. And we were talking about this one earlier before we started filming. Can you tell everyone about this?
So
this is the bright white one with no green on it at all. Look at this. This is insane.
So that was a plant that I found when I was putting our plant stock away one day.
Yeah.
And it was marketed as a Anubias Nana Mini, and it had a couple of pure white leaves. So I hid it out the back, and then at the end of my shift I bought it. This
is beautiful use of red here. What plants have we got here, Arianne?
So that's H-Ra, Rotala H-Ra.
Yeah. And then the Nymphea Lotus, is this?
Yeah, Nymphea Lotus red.
That's beautiful. Let's get a close-up of those pearling. So these are pure oxygen bubbles, for those that don't know, and we call this pearling. And this means that the plant is photosynthesizing so much that the oxygen it's producing isn't able to be dissolved into the water anymore, into the aquarium water. So the aquarium water is saturated with oxygen, and therefore any oxygen production from the leaf is now visible through a bubble, which is what we call pearling. And this is what we can see here. I'm going to zoom in. It's going to be a digital zoom, but it still should look pretty cool. So I'm going to just go right into the centre here, and then I'm just going to... How cool is that? Pretty impressive, isn't it? Who needs fancy cameras when you've got an iPhone? So let's go through some more plant species. I have had some feedback saying that they love to have the close-ups of the plants with the labelling on. So if we go over here, we've got...
That is Micranthomoides.
Yeah, Hemianthus.
Hemianthus micranthomoides.
Pearlweed is its common name.
Yeah.
I think MD Fish Tanks uses it quite a lot, along with Limnophila sessiflora.
Yes. I did have sessiflora in here, but I've taken it out recently.
Bit too quick and easy.
Yeah, that is Bulixa japonica.
Beautiful stem plant. Doesn't actually sort of exhibit the typical growth characteristics of a stem plant, like you have with the Hemianthus and the Rotala here. But it is a stem plant, and it is quite prolific. But it grows quite similar to a rosette, doesn't it? I think. But beautiful needle-like leaves, and depending on the conditions that you're growing it in, it will encourage different colour leaf as well. So you have like an orangey kind of burnt leaf here. And do you find that with higher lighting or different nutrient conditions? Do you have experience with that?
It seems to be a bit random in this tank. But yeah, some is like the one right next to it is bright green, and then the others will be a bit rosy.
This is a beautiful example of a bulbitis leaf. I love this graded gravel thing. It looks really natural. Cherry shrimp there.
Yep.
Breeding, I guess.
Yep.
Are you using tap water?
Yes, it's straight from the tap.
Yeah. Same. So you have same tap water as me because we're quite local.
Yeah, same as aquarium gardens as well.
Yeah. But obviously works. I mean, look at the collection of plants. You're going, all the fish are healthy. Let's talk about the fish. Ember tetras, the orange.
There's 30 embers, 6 Galaxy rasbora, 16 leopard danios, bunches of cherries, and lots of blue ramson snails.
Mosses, we've got Physidens, Physidens fontanus, and then what's this one, Ariel?
This is mini Christmas moss.
Oh, lovely. Do love that. More nubius. Oh, we've got some. This is quite a popular plant at the moment. Hygrophila lancia araguae.
Yep.
I think that's almost it. We've talked about the rotala at the back, haven't we already? Got some over here that we haven't. Oh, we've got some Heteranthera zostifolia.
Yeah, that's freshly planted, so it's still growing in.
Yeah, but that will fill the back up in 3 days.
That's where the Cessflora was that I took out.
It's a crazy fast grower, that was. Yeah. Oh, we've got some beautiful Bucophilandra there. So, this is quite cool. This Bucophilandra, what's this?
That should be either a Thea or a red.
You should call it something crazy. You know, like Bucophilandra is getting really crazy in the hobby.
Yeah.
Like Bucophilandra Brownie Ghosty 2011.763 version 9.
Oh, I think we do them in the shop.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one you want.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, oh, this is a beautiful view here. Look at this. There's colours.
Yeah, the HRI really comes out.
I've never really. I love the Obstinanthera, the lily, and the rotala together. It's really beautiful. Combine that with the sort of half backlit background.
Yeah.
It's great, and then the fish just sort of playing in the open space. Yeah, it's magnificent. That's my favourite word.
Magnificent.
I'm using it a lot at the moment. Yeah. Oh, we've got Tropica art print there.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've got those dotted around the gallery.
I've noticed them, yeah.
Filtration. Should we have a look in the cabinet?
Yeah. So we have an Oase 600.
The Bacmeister.
Yep.
Cool. And then dosing EI.
This is our friend Jeff's version of Tropica Specialised.
Oh, okay, mixes his own.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And he makes that for me. It's a very nice one.
Is it inline CO2?
Yes, it is.
Is that in the other side?
There's the CO2, and bits and bobs.
That's a kit. Nice. Nicely organised. Very nice. Well, I love it. This is. I didn't really know what to. I saw some of your stuff on Instagram. I'll leave a link to your Instagram so people can follow you on there. So I did have an idea of what to expect, but it's exceeded my expectations. It's beautiful. It really is. Okay, shall we have a look at your other masterpiece?
Yep.
What's this, Arianwen?
This is the Dua Terra System 30.
It's beautiful. How long has it been running?
About 6 months.
Okay. And you've had a bit of a thin out, have you, lately?
Yeah, the Leucophila and Reticulata was coming out over the light. It was very imposing.
All the hydrocotyl, it's such a fast grower, isn't it?
Yes.
So this is the hydrocotyl Leucophila bulbitis?
Yep.
So this is interesting for folk. This is it growing in its out of water state, or its immersed state. And then if we go over to the tank, this is what it looks like when it's growing underwater. Quite different, isn't it? It's ADA Terra 30, is that right?
Yeah.
These are quite expensive, aren't they? How much are we looking for this whole thing?
About 600, I think.
Everything you buy, including the plants?
I think it would be about 700 with Hardscape plants.
Wow.
I got mine cheaper because it was missing the glass lid. So this is Perspex.
It's expensive, isn't it? But it is well designed. It is a nice all-in-one sort of system. Because you can build your own, and there's other kits out there, aren't there? Low maintenance, I guess.
Yeah, easy. I do a water change maybe once every 2 months.
Wow.
And it's only got blue ram's horns in there.
Do you have animals as well? You got cats?
Yeah, we've got 3 cats and
Where
a
are
gecko.
they all? Here we go. Look at that, as if by magic. I am the cat whisperer. Hello, Astrid. I'm George. I wonder if you could smell my dogs. I do love animals, you know.
Yeah.
I love animals a lot more than most humans.
Me too, actually.
Don't tell anyone. What a lovely way to sort of just add a little bit of brightness and nature to your living space. What's your favourite plant?
My favourite plant would have to
Let
be...
me guess. The variegated monstera?
Yeah.
I think you commented. Did you comment on one of my posts about a variegated monstera? Someone did. So it was in one of my. I think it was in one of my videos, or someone had one.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Vaguely remember.
I want to get more into houseplants, but I'm rubbish. And I'm not going to make excuses, or I'm just I think it's just laziness because I've got no problem growing aquarium plants. So why can't I grow houseplants? It's just.
Or just like Aquascape, you need to do a bit of research on each plant.
Yeah. Yeah. But with aquascaping though, you can just, there's like a one size fits all really, because if you get, a good light, good filtration, good CO2, good quality plants to start with, it's almost like it is a recipe for guaranteed success, isn't it? And you can use that consistent method time and time again, whereas you can't apply that methodology, that consistency to every plant that you keep. So there's a lot more to do.
I suppose. It's the challenge though.
I think, yeah. I guess it's just a matter of priorities, isn't it? Where do you want to spend your time learning stuff and doing stuff? Any messages for the world?
Cherish anything that grows.
Yeah. We have a responsibility, don't we? To care for the stuff that we're looking after. It's there to serve us, I guess, in a way. We've got this stuff to serve us, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's there to look at. It's something beautiful to experience. But I think it's only fair and responsible for us to serve this thing equally as well.
Yeah.
So we have a responsibility to care, maintain it. We've got living entities here with the fish, the livestock, and the more you care for it, and the more effort and energy you put into caring for it, the more kind of you get back from it, don't you?
Absolutely.
So the more you love it, the more you get back from it. And I think you can apply that philosophy to most things in life, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, that ramble, we'll end it there. Thanks so much, Arianne. How can people get hold of you? What's your Instagram handle?
Aria Aquadilirium.
Give Arianne a follow. She's got some great content. Houseplants, cats, aquascaping. Cool. Thank you. Take care, everyone. Keep on scaping. Cheerio. What's going on here, Arianne? You got a mister?
Yeah, this is my humidifier for my very fussy plants.
Okay, and that's why you've got these individual lights on them.
Yeah, my grow lights.
And how long are they on for?
They're on 12 hours a day in the winter.
Okay, and in the summer you don't bother?
I put them on 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Or not at all.
Are they like specialist grow lights, or?
They are full spectrum lights.
It's like
They're
you get them from Amazon,
adjustable.
or?
Yeah, just Amazon.
You're designed for plants, or
Yes.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you really love your houseplants, don't you?
Yeah, I've got about 70.
70?
Yeah.
70?
Yes.
Wow. I'm not going to pretend I know all the species. I know this one. This is a spider plant.
That's the easiest spider plant, yeah.
Yeah, and I know this is a succulent of some description.
Yeah.
What's this one called?
I'm not sure what that exactly one is. The one behind it is a lilanca.
Okay. What's this one?
That is a philodendron red imperial.
Beautiful.
That one I can't quite remember off the top of my head.
Philodendron sweetheart.
It's not quite sweetheart, but it is very similar,
Something
yeah.
like that, isn't it?
That's a triostar calathea.
I'm not going to go through 70 of them, but beautiful. I love the way you've got the philodendron climbing over your curtain hook there. And you got, these are beautiful, aren't they? What's this? You must have had these a while then, or did you buy them big?
That one was quite large when I got it, and it's been trimmed since, but it's about 2 years old.
What's this? Donkey tail?
That one is high. That one's the rope plant, Hindu rope plant. This one's the donkey tail.
That's the donkey tail. Beautiful. And how long do you spend like watering and maintaining?
When I do tank maintenance, I save a bucket and water the houseplants.
Oh, that's perfect. recycling,
Yeah.
reusing even.
Yeah.
You got your masks as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Where are you? What? And then what the heck?
That's the biscuit dispenser for the cats. Sorry.
Auto feeder for the cats.
Yeah.
That is cool.